Hello? Okay, so hold on, let me check. Checking. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties. First time I'm doing this, but I figured this would be a perfect time to basically show you in live action the command system I'm talking about. So right now, this is open exploration. The combat system works very differently, open exploration versus combat. Like if you press the X button, you can basically see you can have access to spells, to items you can basically use. When you access the command button, the command menu, that not during combat, you can basically use it freely on anyone or anything you want. So I can basically click myself and basically get myself healed. It doesn't really expend anything, but you're gonna basically see how that differs in combat in a second. Also, this is a very also, the way Final Fantasy does it, I'm not saying this is the way we have to do it, but the way Final Fantasy does it is combat and explorations are very different in terms of mechanics. Like in exploration, you can't really do combos. You can only do contextual hits like this, but it doesn't really allow you to expand into greater combos or anything. Okay, so this is an example of combat. Okay, so as you can see, when I press the command menu, none of these options are available because I haven't gained enough mana. You can see mana underneath your health, like the blue bar underneath your health. And since I haven't unlocked enough mana, I don't have any access to any of my abilities. And as you can also see, when you access the command menu, time freezes to allow players to tactically choose what they want to select. So basically, let me attack a little, and I boosted up my mana. So now you can see the options are available, and it doesn't matter what you select. Whatever you select within the command menu will eat up your mana. So I could choose abilities, I could choose items, I could choose spells. It doesn't matter what you choose. It automatically eats the mana. So. And the minute you choose the ability, it allows you to choose who you want to target. I'm gonna choose the right one right in front of me. You press X to commit. And as you can see, that ate up some of the mana. If I use something as long as a potion, like health items, it allows you to choose who you want to heal in a combat. So it applies the same exact way.
Going in. That's right. So long. Never in doubt.
So yeah, so that's an idea of how the mana system, of how the command menu works. Let me choose another example. Where can I find another enemy? There's other enemies. I can't jump down there though. Let me see. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just trying to find another enemy. Because there's more of the combat system that I want to kind of show you. Okay, cool. No more enemies. So another part of the enemy is combo switch. Is people switching. You can change who you play with in real time. So this is the main thing that I kind of want to do differently. In Final Fantasy, there's no real combos. There's more so, there's no combination strings of like square or triangle or anything like that. It's more so square, and triangle just changes the context of what square does. For example, regular square just does this, but it does like a regular combo string. But if you press triangle, it changes your combat stance. So you unleash this new combo.
You're mine. Going in now.
So another way to describe it is triangle changes the context of what square does, but triangle itself isn't an actual combat command prompt, right? Because normally games have light attacks and heavy attacks, but in Final Fantasy, triangle is more contextual to what that character does, right? So, but Cloud, it changes combat stance. For Tifa, it just does an uppercut. For Yuffie, it throws her shuriken, but it's not like an actual heavy attack, if that makes sense. I wouldn't want to change that for our version, like make triangle an actual attack button rather than changing what square does, if that makes sense. Oh, you're watching. Oh, okay, cool. Because I already recorded the main parts, but I can basically walk you through exactly what I mean through the ideas of it. Can you hear me? I'm looking at the comment thing. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this is the idea of the command system. If you press square, it essentially unlocks items and spells for you to use. So you can basically use it on any team member you basically want to use it on. You can also use items. It's very different in exploration versus combat, because in exploration you can use the items freely, right? It's not gated by your mana. You can use it freely however you want, basically. You can heal up anyone you want or anything. But I'm gonna basically show you how it uses a combat.
We do this fast.
So as you see, when I press the command button, it slows everything in real time. But as you can see, none of the commands are available because I haven't unlocked enough mana yet. You can see mana underneath the blue. You can see mana underneath the health bar. You're like right to the right of the screen. So I haven't unlocked the first gauge yet. So everything is still locked. Okay, I just gained enough mana, so now it unlocks all the abilities, and everything is connected to the mana. So it doesn't matter if it's potions, if it's special attacks, if it's items. It's all connected to mana, so players can't freely spawn it. So so I can select any of these weapons. I can select any of these attacks depending on how much mana I unlocked. Same thing with spells. Same thing with items. So if I hit abilities, it allows me to select who I want to attack in real in like in a tactical mode. So I select this person, and it unlocks the attack. And when you unlock the attack, it basically eats away at the mana. And everything is basically connected to the mana, as I mentioned before. But the alternative is if you don't want to go to the command menu, you can also do short keys. Like you can press L1, and it basically allows you to do attacks in real time. But it's still connected to your mana because as you see, if you don't have enough mana, it's blocked out. But yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, so there's another element of it that I basically want to show you too, because I wanted to talk about combo strings. Yeah, you know, it's not a good RPG if it doesn't have any hot chicks, right? I'm trying to find another I'm trying to find another combat scenario to basically show you. I wish I was in a better level. I wish I was on a bigger level that showed more, that had more enemy variety. I think the enemies respawn, so I can just keep fighting the same enemy to allow you to get an idea. Hopefully the enemies respawn so I can show it to you again. Damn, I really wish I was in a better level. Because there's not a lot of enemies on this level. Okay, there we go. Awesome. And as you can see, combat and exploration are very different in this game. I'm not saying that's what we have to do, but in this version of the game is different. Like if you press square outside a combo, it only does one contextual hit. Like I said, I'm not saying that's something we have to do, but just saying how this game basically operates. So once you enter combat again, you can also change your player in real time. So you can actively change your player during combat, which is really cool. this is the other thing I want. So this is the other thing I want to mention. In Final Fantasy, they don't have actual combo strings. You know how like in traditional action games, they have a like button and they have a heavy attack. In Final Fantasy, the only attack button is really square, but you can hit triangle to change what square does. For example, on a regular combo, square does the regular attack. Square just does this combo. But if you hit triangle, you change your combat stance, and down square does something else. Square does a different kind of combo. For other enemies, triangle is more a contextual button. Like for Tifa, triangle is just an uppercut. But it's just like a contextual action. It doesn't literally change. It doesn't literally change what it does. For her, triangle is throwing the shuriken. For all. No. Triangle is just a context. Triangle is just a context. It's just like a contextual button to change what your square does. Or for a different enemy, or for a different player, triangle is like more so like a single prompt hit.
Let's do this. No holding back.
What I want to basically do differently is I do want because in Final Fantasy, triangle is more like a contextual button to change what square does, or it's a single action button for certain enemies. Like for Yuffie, it's throwing a shuriken. For Tifa, it's an uppercut. For me, for what I want to do, I want to make triangle more like a traditional action game where it's a heavy button where you can string it into combos, because Final Fantasy doesn't really allow you to do square triangle combos. It more so just allows you to change up your strategy, if that makes sense. Yeah. Something else is if you don't want to go through the something else is if you don't want to go through the main commands, if you don't want to go through the command menu, you can also press L1 and it gives you access to the attacks in a shortcut. But it's still connected to your mana, so the minute you do it, you lose your mana. In the minute you lose your mana, you don't have access to abilities, health, or items. So if players aren't attacking the enemy, you're kind of fucked, right? You can't regain your health or anything. So it incentivizes aggressive play and everything. But also another cool thing is hold on, let me heal myself. Another cool thing is synergy attacks. Like,
Let's go.
there's a lot of cool team combos in this where teammates combines their abilities and do special takedowns and all that, and it's really cool. Hold on, let me. And when you're exploring in the real world, it doesn't allow you to change your party member, or they only allow you to change your party member during combat. If you go to the pause menu. what I'm gonna do? Yeah, through the pause menu, you can you can also change your party through this menu of who's gonna be in combat and everything, but it doesn't allow you to change the leader. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to. It doesn't allow you to change the main party leader. It only allows you to change your secondary members because it's Cloud Story. It allows you to do that after the initial story mode, since it's not so story focused. But in the first playthrough, it only really allows you to choose Cloud as the leader, and it allows you to switch out the other party members to other members of the party. If I hit command, I'm able to change the people in my party. You see the name being swapped out to the left corner and all that. So it's pretty interesting. Cool. Where's another combo scenario? Isn't that a cool enemy? Yes, I want to do this combo system, but I'm gonna do this kind of system, but only the real difference I'm gonna do is make it a little more fast paced and give actual combos, because make triangle an actual heavy button rather than like a context button, if that makes sense.
That sucked.
See, triangle Motiva always does the uppercut. It always does the uppercut, right? It doesn't do anything differently. And you see it on the left-hand corner of the screen.
Watch yourself. You're in good hands now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just letting you know, like the general idea, behind it. I'm trying to show you a synergy attack.
Don't let me down.
Fight through it. Pushing it.
One really cool combo is synergy attack. So if I press R1, I'm able to get airbound. Like,
Come on.
you see that? You see how really cool that is? Those two combos in a game. You can't jump, but like through combo commands, you can get your character airbound, which is really cool. Like there's like a real synergy to it.
Damn it. Hey, I gotta. Yeah, beat them. Come on. Come on. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, I have.
Gotta be smart.
Yeah, I'm trying to do synergy.
But not my best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Anyone else think it'd be fun to climb one of those things?
Hold on. Ability.
Gotta be careful. Set your
And now you can see it. You can obviously dodge. You can you can block.
That it?
See what square? See, that's the thing. What square does? Square is the main action button. When based off of what you do, the square changes its context. So like if like if I'm dodging, he does his flash attack. Square constantly changes meaning based on what you do, right? So it's very different from if you press square regularly versus if you press square after a dash versus if you press square after triangle. It changes, you know, everything changes. Like everything is command based. Depending on how you go, depending on the context of what you're pressing square with, it changes what square does, which is very interesting. And there's also a limit stuff. Like this is a special ability. I still haven't unlocked any synergy.
Need a breather.
Abilities. And you see all characters play very differently. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, because it's like Final Fantasy doesn't have any dedicated buttons. It's all command based, right? Because you could even go to the combat setting and change what each button does. So it's not like actual squares attack, circles attack or something. Like other games, it's more so command based. So it always changes depending on what your character is doing, which is interesting. Final Fantasy is very context button based. cool. Yeah, so depending on how we want to do it, we could do it like the command menu, or we could just do the shortcut version to keep it in real time. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but the main point is A, the mana system, and B, the swapping characters during combat, which is really fun. What are your thoughts on that?
May be related in some manner. I've marked the previously mentioned pockets on your map. And remember, when surveying, safety first.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop broadcasting now then.